gonna call up our beautiful archangels, call upon yours, because we all have favors and it's always changing. I mean, yeah, it's different time I call up different one, but well, lately I've been Archangel Michael really with me, with all other guardians, with Green Tara, you know, she's like a wind, and actually it's nice and windy outside. So they're already here. And I didn't even realize. I mean, I know it's blue, but like, you know, Archangel Michael is blue. And our beautiful light spark is like blue, you know. So anyway, we are inviting our beautiful, beautiful guardians, guidance, master teachers, master healers, or angels, or beautiful sentient beings, and other entities who only here for the highest good. So it means that have a pure heart, pure light, and a higher wisdom to supporting us for our spiritual, because this channel is spiritual, because everything is spiritual. And actually, ah, yeah, it's just I don't even know what the word for it, because it's the divine creation is more than a miracle, or I don't know, it's just it no words, nobody able to put them in words. That's why it's so many books, because everybody trying to put them in words. So I asked Archangel Michael for come to this place. I mean, he's already here, but support me with strength and courage and wisdom and protection. Surround me with his beautiful blue ray light. Sometimes these English words twisting my tongue. And I call upon all beautiful light beings for have me go inward always. See a beautiful all in one. So I have my courage not be nervous, and have a wisdom and an inner warrior, have that beautiful loving power for when I say something, is surround others with love, because really that's my attention always. And I know sometimes it didn't come out that way, but that's what we're gonna talk about actually, because it's a whole lessons for being in here on earth. So thank you, all beautiful being, for being here and supporting. Thank you for always protecting this space and everybody in it and around. So thank you, and I thank you so much for watching this video, and have a beautiful loving patient towards to me, to listen me what I would like to share from my experience, or how I feel and how I think, and hopefully you can use something for audience. And no, I don't, because this happened too sometimes, you know, you see something, and for me it's a lesson. I say, no, I don't want to be but I respect that person, because they don't know actually. They don't know. They're not aware. And you know, that's Buddha's teaching, and Yeshua said, you know, forgive them because they don't know what they do. So, forgive, forgive, forgive. And I was having beautiful spirit. It was other story, but she come to me, and she come to because she know I needed her little bit, had that um, courage for me to forgive all the time. I do, but sometimes it's harder because I want to have an answer why they did or didn't do something. And that's why sometimes we're having a difficulty for forgiveness. And I don't know where I'm going to go because it's always spontaneous, because I meditate and then sometimes I go out. Do my garden. That's how I go out. So every day I go out because I have a garden and it's like a jungle. Every day I need the maintenance. So like I'm like you know, everybody's a take it. How say this English? I know. I just learned this word because I heard the word Joshua said, and it's beautiful for me for how he said that for a husband man. And then I needed to understand what this mean, a husband man. And that's mean for taking caring things. Oh, and it's so beautiful. You know, and so I am a husband man for this house right now, for taking caring. And sometimes it's a little bit more challenging, have more circumstances, but I didn't prefer. And then needing a other uh, situation to help me, you know. But that's our lessons, that's our life. And it's so beautiful because when you reach out to a other divine. And so anyway, I went out because I needed to do things, and then somebody have to come look at some tree because, you know, it's an old tree and this fall down. So anyway, the story is not that. And things is the tree. Because you see, I mean, I talk to them. I mean, they talked to me since I was a little girl. And I remember that is sometimes have a little flashback coming back, because most of the time I don't remember my childhood, but I remember, and maybe I remember because I heard these stories so many times, but that was a vision one time come to me. I see myself sitting up on a cherry tree, and we had cherry trees when I grew up, and I was always on the trees, top on, and people could not find me because I was so tiny, so I could go up all the way to the last branches, and the other branches totally cover me. So I was just sitting there because I was always worried for, okay, what I did or didn't do, for I gonna be in trouble. So that's my safe place. So I really learned for them, and so that's why I communicate with Mother Nature. And then right now, Mother Earth is not too happy. And so I got this yesterday actually. I got a little hint about that, but today I got a really the whole field, because sometimes just are getting a little globe, you know, for like a planet Earth. But then it's not only planet Earth, there is other planets and other universes and, you know, the cosmos. So same thing, but I'm always getting everything in field. So I got this beautiful vision, and then because the one I shared this, because I already know that, but then I say, okay, you need to make a video. So going back to the tree, you know, the life of tree and how people, and actually because I needed to write it down some reason, they wanted to me, and I really got so much, and so I hope I'm able to stay online with you beautiful beings, so not getting confused. So So my journal here. And I cannot read the journal because how I write, definitely like gonna be here for 24/7. So, a long story short, for going back to the tree. So, how we are, everybody saying, and many beautiful souls that still not really understanding how is no time and no space, and we are multidimensional all the time. So everything happening in one moment, everything. There is never separation. So they told me for how I can explain, because the things is we have is all this technology out there, but that have a knowledge is different, because we need to have an understanding, because the understanding is the wisdom. And then that's going unity with your heart, because when you understand something, you start feeling peace, because you see the loving creation from the Creator who created and give us life, give our breath. We here because of our breath. Because when we born, we got our first breath, and then we here. And when we go, we lose our last breath. And a little bit more, but that's not the story today. So this tree, how is multidimensional, and how is no time and space, and you see them and you say this here and this. I have a most amazing tree. I cannot show you, but I might need to, I don't know, I'm not technical, so I don't know how to put pictures in that or something, but it's so precious. And I know when I got this tree, he told me one time, take him. And everything manifested for able to take him to this place where I live right now. So anyway, this tree, he told me this actually so long time ago, in light language. I know many people know, but somebody maybe knew who click on, because they know me, but maybe they're not open spiritually yet. I don't know, whatever. Going back to the tree. So we have a life of tree, and everybody know this, and So anyway, I'm not going to that. I'm going to what this because everything is actually ancient wisdom, but we live in the modern time. That's why this technology is good or not, because people are getting so comfortable for not thinking, just going immediately and using different smart devices for looking something, but they just look and that's it. They don't sit, for going into deeper, and that's why they take me off. Anyway, so the tree, the roots is underground, is in the dark. So that's a different dimension. Everything works differently underground, but the trunk is above ground and this big, more space. So they're already in a different dimension, And then we're having branches, and the branches have branches. But they're all different shape and size and different way they're going. So there is no space and time, because all branches grow in different time and different space in air. And that's a space. So already there is, you see something physical, but it's not physical, really. I hope, because to me, Benomi is so magical and beautiful, and I know people look at me sometimes when I talk or make comment, I mean, I was a magical builder. I was a magical unicorn with the wings and the horn and the big ears, the elephant, or some kind of magical things, whatever I want to be. So you see, that's how it's total, because the branches grow different time, and then we go to the leaves, and some leaves still in the buds, or you cannot even see this, so tiny, but there are other leaves who already dry out and any moment falling, and that is our leaves were just left a tree, and that's a different time and different dimension. And then the seed, that a tree have seeds, and the seed sometimes fall next to the tree and then grow other tree around. But sometimes there is other form, shape, element happening, but take a seeds and go somewhere else, and then try not grow over there. And sometimes it's difficult, sometimes it's not. And that's actually how you could understand, for there is no space and time, everything is multidimensional, and plus rebirth. Because I'm not going into it, and I don't think so it's going to be a long video, because the divine, you see, he was so kind to me. He able to stay me online, and I didn't wander the way, because I stopping now, because this is my beautiful magical throat chakra crystal, and I guided to use it, and that's pure love. I need to, we are a creation, we are the divine light. I am a divine light. You are a divine light. And that's why when you go inward, because it's only everything, that's why when you inward, that's how you're going to see, for really everything is so in beautiful and harmony and unity. And then I know I didn't finish the sentence for these seeds and things, but you see, that's we go into, you can see, for karma and lineage, and rebirth. You see? So we always, in our beautiful light, the only things is right now different. Our light is surrounded with this flesh. And that's why, again, that's my family, actually. Because nobody so far I didn't really find many people. Maybe lately in the last, I don't know, not really, because still people didn't talk about that. And for me, it's the most exciting things. I'm not sad. Yeah, I feel like, okay, don't misunderstand me, because that's the thing, so misunderstand. Yeah, I cry when I pet or my grandma or somebody else, anybody actually, transforming back to the light form, another form, because we have a different feeling when we are on earth. Because when you're in your light body, that's why many beautiful other entities trying to come here, reincarnate here, because only in this flesh body we can experience things. But that's things is most beautiful being forget and getting so grabbed into it for food and other kind of urges. But bring them down, because those not is healthy if you do it with awareness, with the awareness. And that's also come to me, because after I write this down for I was writing down these three things, and I say, oh, do I need to go out today for pick up some grocery, fresh produce or something, or any other things I need to do for maintenance, or get something for fixing in a house or something, and then, but actually, so that was just a moment, and I start focusing on I'm a divine light being, and I always do that, and I mean, my son and other people can tell who've been in my place, that every light switch have some kind of light being pictured on it, because that's how I want to always remind myself and not forget, because it's so easy to forget for who truly we are, So anyway, I was sitting and I was thinking, for everybody around me is a creator, a God, the divine light, whatever you feel comfortable calling. But you have to know you are really perfect, because that's how a divine see you. You are perfect, and even you do mistakes, he always come, or she, whatever form that needed to manifest the correction for you, they come because they love you and want to have you. Because you don't have idea all the beautiful things waiting us to enjoy, and being in harmony. So anyway, I was thinking that, and then a helicopter flew by, and then the other beautiful because so that just come because everybody always around me. So this ancient wisdom come to me, for shamans who lived in United States, and Native Americans, Indians, actually Native Indians, and how perfect harmony was with Mother Earth. I'm sorry, that's when I'm getting emotional, because I really feel Mother Earth, and she's now very joyful when I'm talking about this. Because for a helicopter flying, but we're living in a modern world, and many people didn't live in environment or surrounding than I live. I'm so blessed, for even I live in a city, I have nature around me, and the divine in my whole life always making sure I have nature, because he knows that that's gonna keep me alive for what I have to go through to reach this point. I'm sorry. So this helicopter came, and that was a confirmation. And they saw me, so when he was a shaman, many generations, back then, the bird fly, and the shaman knows every single bird, to the eagle, to the little sparrow, a little finch, and they know for the bringing a message, and what message, and what kind of confirmation, and how they prepare for it. And because we live in this modern age, that was my bird For I cannot go and look at petty things around us when there is a bigger picture, for we need to believe in harmony with everyone and everything. And that's why I'm here. Not, I cannot push anyone to open their eye or force them to do things. But I always want to just give my love. But sometimes, some reason, they turn into like with my son. I try to tell him to what to eat and what time to eat and what to eat, just balancing. I'm not controlling. I'm not saying actually, like, you cannot eat a ramen soup. Yeah, you can eat the ramen soup, but please, don't eat that every night. Or actually not night, like 2 in the morning or something. I know you're working and you're busy, but please grab an apple, it's better. Because earlier you already have something heavier and then you rested. I know, because your body needed to rest for just digest that food, because you don't use it. Because when he was not in college, he was really eating healthy. We didn't have a choice. And I occasionally went out to places to opening his taste buds, because then he ended it a lot of places. He went and enjoyed being there, but he never eat because he used to my home cooking. I cook everything from scratch, and I so went to, once a month, we went to some nicer restaurant, financially it was not like I can go to all the time fancy restaurant and eat fancy food, for something prepared. And I like to see it and things. And it was so great because we bonded and we talked, and it was just beautiful. And so many people always comment and give us a comment for how beautiful a mother and son sitting with no phone, and we having a good conversation, and we enjoying the food, and we talk about the food for the flavor and the taste and how to cook it, and maybe a history, and then some other, but we communicate that. And that's why I have a beautiful relationship with him. And I know, my other sons, they live in overseas, and even we have these devices, it's not that easy. And I don't really, I try, and now I've been really trying because, no Skype and a lot of other things, but back then in my age was there. Now it's not that anymore. And they have their family, and, circumstances didn't come together for seeing each other lately that much, and yeah, but I love them. I think them all the time, because how I cannot think them, that's other things. When somebody is a parents, and even they didn't live together with the child anymore, there is so many memory and so many things around us. And you see, that's a beautiful things. That's and sometimes that beautiful love create a attachment, but sometimes go into the wrong direction. And so you see, that's other things. We always need to have an awareness for, I don't let my attachment take over. So that was my point, actually, going back to the food too, for like, I telling him, for watch it now when you're young, because it's much more difficult to change special unbalance but not in a good side habits, to change it and get out, because the change, that's why so many beautiful souls struggling, because there have to be a lifestyle change for even what you eat. Because yes, you want to lose weight, but okay, you lose the weight, and then you stop and you're gonna get them back, and then you're just going up and down, and then you feel good and you feel bad. And that's not that's never gonna give you peace and harmony. Because you see, that's why I don't like to say for happiness and create a happy life, because happy things is many times have a strong attachment, and when we're losing some kind of attachment, we're not happy. So we need to have a balanced, harmonious life, you know. Yeah, so I talked to somebody over a year ago before I did my very long silent you know sort of retreat. It was not a retreat because I didn't went to resort or anything, but I thought about it in another video. I don't want to repeat myself, but I go back. So I was talking to somebody and they keep talking like how pleasant and things, and I say we should need to build our life for being good. And then they don't understand actually for what I'm meaning for being good. I mean, it's happy and things. I say, oh, there is really many way you can look at, and for that's what I'm saying. I don't tell them for you have to do that, you know. I just say how I do it for I trying to be good, because pleasant and happiness is always much more. It's like happy. So you want to create this moment, so you have an attachment into it, you know. But when you good, you do things but not pleasant. You do it because that's gonna elevate you, you know. When you go somewhere volunteering, and you know, I know I was have many health challenges in my life, but I always went to my son's schools for volunteering. And you know, when you volunteer, you cannot call in, you're not going. So actually, that was really your job. You know, because when you have a job and you don't feel well, you're really sick, you call in and you don't go in. But when you go to somewhere volunteer, because they know they really need you, because you know they're based on for most for volunteers. You bring yourself, you strength together, and you go, and you know, many times even take a little while for I feel better. And even if I didn't feel better physically, you know, my soul feels so good. And so I didn't give out my physical suffering to other people. I mean, yeah, I very few close family or very close friend who know me. And you see, now I feel again with my throat chakra, because I don't want to put myself on pedestal. But I never complete that. I understand I'm sick. I know it's happening some reason, even I don't understand. And being I'm complaining to other people is not gonna make me feel better. You know? And I don't want the people pity on me, you know, because somebody have the wisdom, you know, that you see, again, there is time and space, you know, because we are different time and space, how we observe and seeing things and feeling things. And somebody understand where is my unwanted issues happening, you know, and then feel pity, and then they don't give me advice because, you know, they're nervous for how I'm gonna react, because he understand, or she understand actually, for I'm right now a state when I have a physical condition, but you know, am I in a similar, different circumstances when I didn't have this physical issue, I'd be more in my higher frequency consciousness, you know, because that's how we live. That's why I like when I That's why I always meditate or do something when I go to like waiting somewhere, because I don't really want to talk because I see it differently and I don't know how phrase certain words or even if I phrase them with care and love, but because this happened recently too, that actually the beautiful person they didn't even get it, because just really not have that awareness. But the other person who have awareness, but they still misunderstand, And so that's the other things. That's what we need to also see how we are really on different time and dimension. There is no space and time, because how I see myself, all, I don't know, 9 billion people in this earth, 9 billion people see me differently. No one see me the same. There may be have a 0.0001% for some similarity they see in me, but they're different. So, I would like to chat here more, but I think it's enough today. I give you a little bit more. Thank you so much for being here. And yes, this was going around, keeping our beautiful light shine out, make this beautiful body radiate out the inner light. Oh, that's yeah, I think that's a beautiful saying. It just came to me. Let's this beautiful body ours radiate out our beautiful light, what we carrying in here. And you see everywhere, see hearts. I mean, a lot of time even, artists creating pictures with Buddha or any other kind of enlightenment being. You always see the heart. That's why, because your light is right there. It's right there. And then, so if you go to the Christianity or anything, with Joshua and Jesus, I'm just saying, just a Hebrew name is Joshua, and I just love to saying his Hebrew name. And that many statue, and actually I have a statue back there in front of the big Buddha, and actually he's have his heart, his divine love for us, out for us, showing for we have the same thing what he have. So you see, that's it. Namaste. Thank you so much, and wish you a very harmonious day or night, and see how beautiful your light is always. Much love to all beings. I love you all.